In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brake calipers on this Ram 1500. If you need parts for your vehicle, you can get those at 1aauto.com. Let's get started. We're going to remove the wheel, use a 22mm socket, take the lug nuts off. And remove the wheel. Just going to remove the ABS wiring harness or wheel speed sensor wire harness just from the brake hose here, just to get it out of the way. That's fine. Using a 15mm socket, I'm just going to loosen up the banjo bolt. Just crack it free and then just snug it up just so the fluid stops leaking. It'll just make it easier taking it off later. Using a 10mm socket, take the two caliper bolts out. Just grab the caliper. You might have to rock it back and forth a little bit. Pry it down and out. Using a caliper hook, just going to hang it from the coil spring out of the way. The brake pads off, just use a straight blade screwdriver, slide those off. Take the two caliper bracket bolts out, use a 21mm socket. And slide the bracket off. Now using a 12mm socket, we're going to take the two caliper bolts out, separate the bracket, just like that. And we're just going to pop the slides out and just lubricate these, just in case there's no lubrication on them. Just use some silicone. Slide it back in. Make sure it's sealed properly. That moves good. And do the same on the other side. That's good. With the anti-rattle clips, we'll just pop these off. Just using a trim tool or a straight blade screwdriver. And just put a little silicone in this area just to prevent corrosion. That's good. Just a thin coat, put that back on. And do the same on the other side. Take the bracket, slide it over the rotor. The bolts in, you put some thread lock adhesive on the bolts. Now we're going to torque these bolts to 132 foot-pounds. Put the brake pads on. Get those lined up. Just like that. Those are all the way on, that looks good. Just push the rotor down if you need to. Slide the caliper over the pads, and on this side, it's gonna go in down first and then rock forward. On the opposite side, you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna start in at the top and rock down. So it's gonna be like that. That's good. Put the bolts in, get those started. Snug those down. Torque these bolts to 24 foot-pounds. Take the new banjo bolt out. You got the two seals. Grab the caliper, take the hanger off. Take the banjo bolt out, use a 15mm socket. You're gonna lose some fluid. Take that off. See on the back side, one of the seals is still there. You wanna take that off. Just use a screwdriver, just pry that off. Then you wanna clean this up a little bit. Sometimes they're not that bad, but that's corroded pretty good. Just use a wire brush. Take the new banjo bolt, one washer or one seal on one side, one on the other. And slide that in place, get that started. Using a 11mm socket. Snug this down. And torque that to 21 foot-pounds. Connect the wheel speed sensor wire. Now we're going to top off the fluid. Make sure you use the correct type. It should say on the cap. Fill it up to the max line. Put the cap back on. I'm going to take the little cap off the bleeder screw. Just use a little pick if you need to. And using a 11mm wrench, put it on the bleeder screw. I'm going to use a hose. Now with an assistant, we're going to have them pump the brake pedal. Go ahead and pump the brake pedal. And then hold it. All right, open that up. Get some fluid, a lot of air bubbles. Then we'll close it. Go ahead, pump it up slow, about 3 times. And hold it. And no more air, we're good. Snug up that. Take the bottle off. Take the wrench off. You can put the cap back on. Just take some brake parts cleaner and just clean it off. Now reinstall the wheel. Line it up. Put the lug nuts on. Tighten those down. Now I'm going to torque the lug nuts to 130 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check. Now double check the fluid level and adjust accordingly. Well, I hope this video helped you out, and if you need parts for your vehicle, make sure you get those at 1aauto.com, and you can watch all those repair videos to help you with your installs. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos.